Hey y'all, so today I'm going to be talking to you about the different uses of hashtags. So I took a poll on my story and I asked if you wanted to hear about omnichannel marketing or different uses for hashtags, and different uses for hashtags won. So here I am. So this isn't a regular spiel about use hashtags in your posts. They increase your your engagement and your views. While that does happen when you use hashtags, it's a common fact to everyone. I mean, we've been using hashtags since social media first came out. Even though we didn't really know what they were doing, we knew that if we used the hashtag like for like, that we were going to get a lot of likes on our Instagrams. That was early on. Don't go do that now because it's a little spammy. But hashtags now, they can be used to either solidify your personal brand, like make your mark your territory in the internet space, or you can use them, to increase your what is the word I'm looking for? To broaden your spectrum of the people who are going to see your content. That's the word I'm looking for, but I can't figure out the word right now. It's 7:30 in the morning. So when you want to use your hashtags to increase your digital footprint, you can use them in certain ways. Like if you have a brand and you're teaching a certain segment, you can use those hashtags. I know a lot of people will do, if they screenshot their tweets and they put them on their Instagram, they'll hashtag their name and then their tweets. So then if you like those tweets, you'll be like, oh, I want to see more, but on Instagram. So I'm going to click this hashtag and then I can see, all these tweets that she's used in the past that I might not have seen before, because you know how the Instagram algorithm works. Like they might have posted something 30 days ago that was really relatable to you, but maybe either you didn't follow them then, or so when they do post that content, you can see it. I got cut off just a second ago, but using that method is really good for if you're actually building your audience, if you're actively building your audience and you have people who are engaged in what you have to say or what you have to do. So say even for my photographers who might follow me, if you do editing time lapses and your audience is loving that, make a hashtag out of that. Do your company and time lapses, or time lapses by your ad, whatever in that hashtag. And that broadens who will see your content, especially in the future when people start following you more. Say you blow up one day, a post goes viral and everybody's visiting your page and they see maybe you posted a time lapse a few weeks ago. And they're like, oh, bet. And so then they see that hashtag and they're like, oh, there's more. Let me start sharing all of this. And then that just exposes your content to more people who, it's a cycle. Eventually they'll come and they'll do the same thing because they're like, oh, this is dope. And then you have expanded your digital footprint just like that. And so I think that's one very important way to use the hashtags. That's one way that I'm going to start incorporating hashtags more in my content. I do it now, but I don't do it, I don't do it looking for results. I just kind of do it out of habit, especially with my tweets and when I do time lapses of the brand boards that I do on Natural Boss's page. But yeah, so that's one method to using hashtags, and I want to see people putting it into action ASAP. Okay, so next is using hashtags to curate your feed. So if you don't know this already, Instagram, one of my favorite features about Instagram is the fact that you can follow hashtags. I just think that's the coolest thing ever. I'm pretty sure I follow more hashtags than I do people. I'm lying, I don't. That's a lot of people. That would be a lot of hashtags to follow. But you can use this to your advantage to curate your feed. So a lot of times, especially if you're like me and kind of your personal brand, who I am as a person, Kiera, the people I hang out with, and then the audience that I built, they mix a little. So it can be kind of hard to see the feed that I want to see. I might see a post from a friend in high school who I still talk to, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. But then I also want to see, an inspirational post from somebody who I might look up to and somebody that I want to be engaged with on their profile. So this makes it easy in following those hashtags. If you follow certain hashtags, I know I follow support Black-owned own businesses. I follow girls who build, community over competition, and collaboration over competition. I just follow different hashtags that I know that people will post content that will be relatable to me, that will inspire me, that will encourage me to, do more. So I encourage you to go find hashtags that you love, mainly the ones you use. If you use them already in your posts, look at those hashtags and look at those posts and see like, oh, this is some pretty engaging content. And then that way, when you follow it, it literally pops up in your feed like a post from somebody you follow. So if you do find yourself interacting with that hashtag and you're liking on it, you're commenting on it, oh, it's raining harder, you're subconsciously or consciously, you're engaging with somebody who you may not follow yet. They may not follow you, they may not know who you are, but after you're scrolling and you see a cool post and you're like, oh, this is cool, let me share it, you've interacted with somebody's content. More than likely they're probably going to do the same back, because they're like, oh, this person has a similar niche and they are doing kind of what I'm doing, this will be cool, let me follow them, let me get some inspiration from them. And then you've created a network just from following hashtags. Okay, and lastly, I know y'all are like, you talk a lot, but I'm almost done. So lastly is using hashtags in your stories. I know a lot of people who do this. I know a lot of people who don't. I know a lot of people who should. If you're watching this, you probably should be. But using hashtags in your stories can increase your reach. Like, pretty much using certain hashtags can almost double, if not triple, your reach, because you have these people who are following these hashtags, like I mentioned earlier, and pretty sure they get like a little hashtag bubble, like it's a profile of that hashtag, so they can click it and just go through it. Or if they search that hashtag, they can just click it and go through who's posting the story using that hashtag, and those are more views on your profile. So like, take the regular people who see your stories on a regular, and then like add the people who view this hashtag like every day or so, and you've increased your chances of, 1, getting your content engaged with, and 2, getting your content seen and interacted with, which engage with the same thing, and 3, getting more followers and building your audience and your network. So when you do use hashtags, I know some people are like, hashtags are ugly, they look ugly on my story. Well, you can hide them. I've been putting hashtags in almost every Instagram video that I've done this morning, but you couldn't tell because I hide them. I do this a lot, especially like if I tag my friends and stuff too, but my friends don't want people to see their ad, but they want to repost it. I'll tag it and hide them. So but here is, in the next one, I'm going to show results from my previous post. So I did my African Pride post, and I had put like hashtag link in bio. It was low-key just for kind of giggles, because I was like, I like to do hashtag link in bio. But when I went back to look, I saw that I had almost like 1,000 views from that one story, and then my other views had like 400, 500 views, and I was like, why is it, it didn't click that I had used the hashtag, but I was like, why are people seeing my stuff? And so, like I said, I'm done talking. I appreciate you all. If you watch this, if you found anything helpful, let me know. Send me a little reply, or utilize the hashtags and send them to me so I can repost it, so I can know that the information I gave out was helpful and I wasn't just rambling. But yeah, let me know if this helped, and I'm going to go create more content. I'll see y'all later. Well, actually, I'm going to class. I gotta graduate.